For the time being, let's bring into the discussion Mr. Vimal Kejriwal, the MD and CEO at KEC International, joins us on the show. And the top three talking points we're going to be focusing on: the latest orders wins, are they on track for the 30,000 crores of order inflow for FY26, and the order pipeline with the company is L1 as well. Mr. Kejriwal, good morning. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, sir. The last time around we had spoken, you had hinted, you're in L1 in a few positions and that could get closed out. Another big order win is what you've announced late last evening. So give us a few details. What kind of margins will you enjoy on this? What is the execution period? If you could give us some color, over how many months?
Good morning, Nigel.
Morning.
So these projects are, T&D projects. So typically the margins would be on around, 10% plus. And execution period for them on an average is around 18 months, because one of them is 21, one is less than one. So I'll say average is 18 months.
Right. So we've got that out of the way then. Give us a few more details. I think a year-to-date inflow is around 15,000 crores order inflow. You could correct me on that number. And I think you all were looking at around 30,000 crores. Normally the second half of the year sees higher amount of ordering. So you remain reasonably confident that you get there?
So yeah, the numbers are right. We are at 14,000, roughly 13,900 and odd for this year. We have another L1 of almost 4,500 crores. So we are hoping that that gets converted in the next few weeks or so. And I think overall we seem to be quite okay on 30,000 crores, maybe 1,000 crores here and there, but I think we are still on 30,000.
Okay. And what about prospects, sir, in terms of the pipeline? If you have to split it up between India, the Middle East and other parts of the world, how do you see tendering activity? How do you see the kind of pipeline? How are things panning out?
If you look at the overall numbers, the tender pipeline for us is around 100, I'll say 1,50,000 crores. Okay, of which I'll break it up slightly differently. T&D is around 65,000 crores, and the rest is civil, renewables, etc. In international, right now we are more or less only on the T&D side. So that order tender pipeline is around 30,000 and odd crores. Rest is all India.
Okay, all right. Any movement with regard to collections? I remember when we spoke last, particularly on the water side of business, things were slow. Obviously, it's a short duration since the last time we spoke, but is there some kind of sense in terms of improvement out there?
So the states are now talking about giving money. So we did receive some money from Orissa, which was a problematic case for us. MP, so we are only in two states, MP and Orissa. MP has been paying. Even last month they did something. Orissa also did something. So I'll say that there's some movement has started.
Okay, and the total collections due on the water portfolio is how much?
I don't have the exact number, but it would be around 700 and odd crores, 600, 700 crores.
Okay, all right. Final question, sir. We're going to chat again post the numbers, but I think revenue growth you were talking about was around 15% and margins of around 8.5%. Any tinkering around out there?
No, I think for the year we are okay with the revenue growth. Margins, I think I'll say around 8% is what we are very clear. 8 to 8.5 is what we are targeting.
All right, Mr. Kejriwal, appreciate you joining in and filling us in with all those details. Congratulations on another big order win. As you're saying, the pipeline's looking good. Second half of the year is normally better. So we'll keep an eye out on that front.
Thank you so much.
Well.